Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking all about how I plan to move forward with 2026 because I am intentionally planning this year. You guys, it's going to be nothing like last year. So if you are interested in how I plan to keep up with the year, then just keep watching. Alright guys, so I'm entering my planner era. Like literally, I want everything planned. I've literally just become so obsessed with planning. I just kind of wanted to have a mini little chit chat and kind of talk to you guys a little bit about some revelations that I had for 2025 and some things that I want to do for 2026. So last year, I feel like last year was more of like a foundational year for me. Last year was a really tough year. I feel like I did a lot of self-reflection and I was in a bit of an isolation season. I feel like in 2025 I spent a lot of my time dealing with issues on my own rather than bringing them to people. Like I feel like I spent a lot of time kind of working things out by myself, which is huge for me because I felt like I was always seeking validation from other people, and it gets really, really hard when you're trying to make decisions for your life and you feel incapable because you're always trying to measure yourself up to what somebody else expects of you. Like, I feel like this year taught me that I can depend on myself. I said no a lot in 2025. I feel like I had to go through another process of healing. In the few weeks before the new year, I just started reflecting on the year just like most of us do. And I was just like, this is such a bad year. 2025 was such a bad year. I didn't do this and I didn't do that. And, I thought I would be like here by now, the same things that I feel like a lot of us tell ourselves, that negative self-talk, that negative loop that goes in your head where you're telling yourself like, I didn't do enough, right? And I was just sitting at the bottom of my shower. Okay, if any of you guys listen to my podcast, y'all know that my favorite place to decompress is at the bottom of my shower, honey. That's where I have to be. I just get my whole entire life sitting there. So I was just at the bottom of the shower and I was just like kind of going through my year. And then I started to think, well, 2025 is actually a good year because I started Lavara in 2025. I started Aligned Era in 2025. I started my YouTube channel, started taking my YouTube seriously, invested in a camera in 2025. You know what I mean? Like, I got my instructor's license in 2025. Well, I'm not licensed yet, but I completed the course. I will be licensed this year. I'm taking my test in about 2 weeks. But yeah, so I just started thinking like, your mind is so powerful and you can really trick yourself out of your own spot just by the negative thoughts that you're thinking, right? Because I kept telling myself it was a bad year, but it wasn't. It was a hard year. I spent lots of months crying. I spent lots of months just trying to figure it out. I fell off of my workout plan and that was devastating because I feel like moving my body was becoming who I was. So when I had to pivot, because I had to pivot a few times this year too, and working at a place that was not it, and dealing with a lot of personal stuff with my son, and I do have a child on the spectrum, and this year was trying for us with dealing with the school. So it was a lot of hard things. And I think if we don't pay attention to the things that we achieve, and that's why it's so important to slow down and congratulate yourself and celebrate the little things, because when you don't, life just becomes such a hard place, and that's just not what we want. The days are hard enough. The life experiences that some of us have to experience is hard enough. Why not celebrate yourself, right? And it took me to sit at the bottom of the shower and just think about life and be like, wait, you did that. You really did that. You actually took the pain, sat in it, dealt with it, and you came out on the other side. So I think that's important to note too. Self-reflection is so important, and I have fell in love with self-development, and I think people need to normalize regression because regression is a part of your journey. I wish more people would say, I had to fall off the bike 10 times before I learned how to ride it. Or I had to start my diet over and over again before I got to the body that you guys see. if more people normalize the fact that you have to fail forward, like meaning you got to fail multiple times in order to succeed at something, I think it would make it less intimidating for more people to keep trying. Because it's like, what happens is like we hit a wall or we have a hard time or a bad time and we're like, that's it, I'm done. I knew I should have never tried, or I'm gonna go back to this easy route, or, you know, all of these different things, because you're in the back of your mind, you're already telling yourself, you're already setting yourself up for failure. And that's why self-talk is so important. And that negative self-talk will really take you out the game before you get started. That's why you really got to assess your thoughts. That was one of the things that I took away from 25. I'm like, it was hard, but I grew a lot. I grew a lot. Even in the regression with my fitness, my health and fitness journey, I think there was never a month that I did not exercise, but I started eating to deal with all of these different transitions. I was eating bad, I wasn't moving my body, and I didn't care. It was like, okay, this is happening to me, so I'm gonna deal with it by eating food, or I'm gonna deal with it by like sitting on the couch scrolling and like not, you know, just like, okay, everything is going bad, so I'm gonna continue to punish myself. And what I want more people to realize is the moment you move your body, the game changes. I promise you. The reason why I'm sitting here right now filming this video is because I worked out this morning. I promise you it is. I was supposed to do a couple of things this week. Okay, so today is Monday, and I was like, you know what? This is the first Monday of the year. I'm gonna follow the schedule. I'm gonna just follow the plan. Okay, so one thing that I decided to do for 2026, and I spent the last month in 2025 was planning for this year, because I knew that I was going to follow the plan this year. I was gonna make a whole plan, and I was sticking to it this year, because that's the only way I'm gonna get to where I'm going. Sometimes you gotta self-assess yourself. You gotta see where you're going wrong, where your time is being spent, where your energy could be poured into, and then make that reassessment and then go for it. So for me, I had to just sit back, write everything, get all of this stuff out of my head onto paper, realize where my responsibilities are, and then what is priority, okay? Because you know what's your responsibilities, but what are the priorities right now in your life? Because it's different and it changes with different seasons. So that's why it's so important to plan. It's important to sit down, reassess, and plan your life. Because if you don't know where you're going. Literally, like, it's so funny because I was having this conversation with my mom, and I was like, that's just like, you're on the bus and you're just, you know, you're on the bus, you're just riding, going along for the ride. The bus driver is like, finally like pull over, like, man, where are you headed? Where are you going? Like, you have to have a destination, okay? Like, I'm not saying that you have to have like this super rigid, crazy schedule and be very militant and everything, but you do need to have a rhythm and a flow, and you need to know where you're going. You need to be writing things down. You need to have a plan for your life. Because if you do not have a plan for your life is going to just happen. Your life is going to happen to you. Before you know it, you're going to be somewhere you didn't want to be, with somebody you didn't want to be with, doing something you didn't want to do. Because you just let life happen instead of planning. I decided in 2026, I was done letting life happen to me. I was happening to life. Like, I was getting out of the passenger seat. I was getting in the driver's seat. I was driving the car. I had to pull over because I got to drive. Like, you got to be in charge of your life. You really have to be in the driver's seat. And I feel like a lot of the times we spend so much time just letting life happen to us, just going for the ride, you know, oh, okay, that's happening, not actually being prepared. And I'm done. Like, 2026, I am done. I have to be prepared. I have to be prepared. So I'm excited to share some of these new things. And then you guys comment down below and let me know what things you're doing, because I'm sure you guys, some of you guys might be like light years ahead of me. This might be nothing, or some of you guys might be like in your beginning stages like me. So I kind of started doing some daily habit tracking. And I'm like, I have a laminator and everything, y'all. Like, I'm gonna laminate this because I don't want to be printing them out every time. But at the same time, like I said, once I get better with planning and I can prove to myself that for this month, I'm gonna upgrade to that daily journal, and then we'll be taking a look at that. But you guys, I've done a lot of different things too for 2026. I went from a paper budget to a digital one, which is like a learning curve. but I'm excited. I've found myself kind of like going back and opening it up like day after day, like even when I spend. So I'm tracking my spending in a different way. I also got Notion, so I'm excited to see how that helps me plan for my day. Another thing that I decided to do, let me show you guys what I did. Oh. So I know that a lot of you guys have been seeing the trifold going around with the four quarters. Yeah, so this year I decided I'm hopping on a bandwagon. I wanted to do split my life into 4 quarters and have like Q1 goals and have it written down and like just all of the things, right? So I'm gonna be writing on that. I think I'm a visual person. That's why I like vision boards and everything else. So let me show you guys this vision board thing that I have. Okay, so I also am working on my vision board. So I got this from a vision board party that I went to, I want to say like 2 years ago. And I love just like the small frame, because I had before y'all just the big one all over the wall. And I was kind of just giving, it was just that, it wasn't giving like put together. It was giving like a lot. So I was like, I want it to be contained and cute. And then I realized I had bought this when I went to the little thing. So I'm like, okay, cool. This book is really, really cool. It has like so many different like pictures, sayings, letters, just like you name it in here. So I'm excited. I'm gonna spend some time today just doing my vision board. You know, it's important to curate the life that you want to live. Okay, like it's important to have your vision board, to have your plan, to have your health regimen. Like it's important to get on top of all of those things in order to be the very best version of yourself. And that's exactly why this year is all about following the plan. My motto for this year is follow the plan. Whenever you're in doubt, follow the plan. Whenever you're feeling discouraged, just follow the plan. Whenever you're feeling tired, just follow the plan. And keep in mind, like, it doesn't have to be this super rigid thing, but for me it kind of does, because I have to have it militant until I can get it a groove, and then you kind of work it and twerk it however you want to do it. But my advice to you is just make yourself a plan, hold yourself accountable. If you need an accountability partner, get one. Unfortunately, I don't have one. I've low-key, I done made my 13-year-old daughter my accountability partner. I'm like, Layla, should I go to the gym today? Say yes. You know, so do what you have to do, you guys. This year is all about just finding what works best for you. I really am giving myself a lot of grace this year. I think the way you beat up on yourself really hinders your growth. So I'm just like in this place where I'm like, okay, I understand it's going to be a little bit slower. I can't just jump back into doing all of the things that I used to do because everything is different. Things have changed. So just easing back into routines, especially like it's just been winter break for me. And I know it's probably been winter break for a lot of you guys. And the kids have been, you know, off for 2 weeks. Sleep is messed up, all of the things. Give yourself grace as you navigate back into your daily routines. If you don't have any, structure some out. I mean, a lot of us like go to work, and then after work we come home and we sit on the couch, watch TV, let the whole day pass or let the whole morning pass. Because power hours is important too, okay? I feel like I mentioned those little bits about power hours, but getting up before your household does and having an hour to kind of journal, meditate, pray, move your body, it's important. It's really important, especially for like parents who need that time before their family gets up, and you know, or if you have some big goals and you want to get up before work starts, like get up. Another thing that I got, so I ended up getting this woman's Bible study guide for Christmas. My daughter picked this up. Perfect. So there's a couple of things that I have. I have this devotional. I picked this one up off Amazon last year. This one's cool because it has 365 days in there. You can read this. This is like a journal version though. So I think I'm going to start doing this because I used to wake up and read just like a page of my Bible and kind of write about it. And I've gotten so far from that routine and that habit that I feel like this is a good merge to kind of like read the word and journal about it. So I'm going to try that. 2 books that I'm reading this quarter. So Atomic Habits. I bought this book last year, you guys, and I started reading it and then I did not finish it. And I just feel like I have so many things that I start and I don't finish. This year is all about the follow through, and I'm trying to read 10 books this year, like hardcover, like reading versus like audiobooks, even though I love a good audiobook and they're just so convenient. So I'm still, like, I have some of my favorite ones that I kind of keep on rotate. So yeah. So the second book that I have is Get Good with Money, because it's just going to help you level up your life. And that is so important on this journey that we are on, just to become our best versions of ourselves. And I'm like, these 2 books need to be finished before I try to go and get another one, because I'm real good for buying all these books and not finishing them. I'll read a few pages and be like, okay, now what's next? No, Britt, we're going to finish them. So those are my 2 books that I read. Self-development books are super important. If you're not reading any self-development books, listen to a podcast or listen to an audiobook. Speaking of, you guys, I also went to an event by myself. So I went to this event and it's called She Evolves. It's so funny because I seen this creator on YouTube last year when I was like looking at the Becoming Her series and all of that stuff. And I ended up coming across her YouTube page and I was like, okay, she's cute. She has a good message. Like, all right, like I subscribed, and then I ended up following her on Instagram. Now, almost like a year later, I see that she's hosting an event and I'm like, what? And I see that it's in my state and I'm like, what? Like literally 15 minutes away from me. So I was like, hold on, let me get a ticket. So I grabbed a ticket. It was so last minute and I went by myself. I went by myself because I wanted to be in different rooms. I told myself this year is about visibility. This year is about showing up and like pushing through and not being afraid and doing the things that make you uncomfortable. So I did it and I had a good time, you guys. Like, I was kind of reserved. I sat in the back, but it was really nice to be in a room full of women who are on this journey of becoming their very best self, want to be around women who are doing the same things, to watch a woman, especially like a woman of color, getting up there on panel, having all these women come out to support her. It was just very inspirational and inspiring. And I just sat there like, this could be me. Like, this could be me one day. So it was really, really nice. It was really, really nice. And it's so funny because as she was getting ready to walk on stage, I was standing in line for a drink, right? So I was standing in line for the drink, and then she like walked past me, and then she like doubled back and she was like, you look amazing. I am screaming, right? And I was like, me? She was like, yes. And I was like, thank you, girl. Like, so do you. You know, it was just really cool. It's kind of like our energies just met each other. Like, oh, there goes a girl boss from one girl boss to another. Like, it was just dope. And I just felt like from that moment on, I was like, yeah, girl, like, you're supposed to be in this room. This is where you're supposed to be. Like, don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Like, you know, stand tall. It just gave me a little bit more confidence to just like, I made the right decision to come out. And, you know, this is what I want to do. This is really what I want to do. I want to empower women. I want to motivate them. I want to show them, even with all the odds stacked against you, that you can still win. I feel like it's important for you to see. It's important for people to normalize going through the transition of becoming the best versions of yourself. And that's where I'm at in life. And I just felt like this is what I want to share with women. This is what I want to be vulnerable and raw with. And if you are familiar with the Becoming Era podcast, then you kind of heard my story. And that's kind of like what my mission is right now. I'm on this self-development, becoming my very best self journey. And I just want to take everybody along with me and inspire women that who are maybe in a similar situation. Like, I'm a single mom. I have a child on the spectrum. Like, I'm doing all of these things. I have big goals. I've owned a business, you know, I've worked for other people. I've done kind of it all, and I'm still striving to get to where I want my level of success, because success looks different for everybody else. So I feel like showing up has always been hard for me. I don't know why, but like, it is hard. It's really, really hard. But this year I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to keep showing up. I don't care if it's uncomfortable, if it makes me sick. Like today, no lie, I was doing so much cleaning around the house just to avoid getting on camera. I'm like, girl, get on camera. You said you wanted to be seen. Now show up. Be careful what you ask God for, because you just might get it. All right, you guys, so those are some of the things that I am going to be doing in 2026. I just wanted to get on here and share that with you guys. I plan to have more videos coming your way, so stay tuned for the next video. If you have not seen my Becoming Her series, go ahead and check it out. I'm going to link those videos over here so you guys can check those videos out. And until next time, I love you guys. Bye.